We are going to be making some sausage burnt ends on our battery powered portable from Johnsonville. Let's get into it. These particular links that we are using today is their rope sausage, and which is raw. It is their Polish kielbasa. Don't really need to do much with this. All we're gonna do is pop it right on the grill, and we're gonna put some color on it, somewhat char it up on the outside. Then we're gonna cut it into pieces, and we're gonna put it in a pan, and then we can go right into the details of the recipe when we get to that side. We are right at 300 degrees on our battery powered portable, and we're just gonna set these right on the top grate and let it do its thing. We got these rolling about 300 degrees. We're just gonna be looking for a nice even color. We're not necessarily trying to cook the links all the way through. We're going by color on this one before we chop it up and add our sauce and back onto the grill. But in the meantime, I'd like to touch on a couple of things that I really like about this unit. Personally, when I do take this thing out camping on a fully charged battery, I can cook 2 times a day and come back after a 3-day camping session, and my battery power is still right at about halfway full, and the pellet hopper is still about halfway full. So it's incredibly efficient, and it's definitely something to consider if you normally go off grid, go hunting, fishing, camping, or even tailgating like how we are today. All right, guys, now you can see the aromas in the air. We're just gonna continue to flip these things and look for the color that we're looking for. Oh yeah, look at that, folks. Probably about 7 minutes on that side. Now we're gonna flip it and probably do another 7 minutes. Then we're gonna cut it into our pieces, and we're gonna add our sauce, and we're gonna put it right back on there and get them. All right, guys, we're about 7 minutes on each side of our sausage. You can see the color. This is the color we're gonna be looking for. The casing has somewhat broken, but it's okay. We're making burnt ends with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these from the grill to our pit boss cutting board. I'm just gonna let them rest momentarily, simply because it's easier to work with. Oh my goodness, looks delicious. Look at this, guys. All right. That's about what we're looking for. Just gonna let these rest for a few moments, and then we're gonna move right into cutting them into pieces, and we'll sauce them up. All right, guys, moving into the next step of our sausage burnt ends. We've let these rest for about 4 to 5 minutes. They're gonna be a little bit easier to handle now, but be careful, it's still hot. Just gonna be cutting these into probably about a 3/4 of an inch little rondos. If you'd like it to be smaller, you're more than welcome to chop them a little bit smaller, or you can split your link down the center before you cut them. This is just perfect for a little toothpick snack as you hang out at the tailgate party with your friends and family. Right. Now at this point, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar right over the top. We do about the same amount in whole butter. We're gonna go with about 1/3 of a cup of barbecue sauce. A little secret thing that I like to do, use your favorite pop. Today we chose Coca-Cola. Just gonna hit that with about 1/4 of a cup of soda. When we get our hands dirty, we're just gonna give it a nice little mix and once over. You're not looking for it to be terribly thick yet. Still gotta cook for about another 20-25 minutes right after we get this nice and mixed together. Now that we're nice and mixed together, we're gonna go right back onto our battery powered portable, and we're gonna move the temperature up to 350 degrees. We're gonna stir occasionally. We're gonna go for about a 20 to 25 minutes, and we're gonna show you what it's supposed to look like when our product is done. I'll put that right on the top grate. We can close the lid. We're gonna go right back up to 350 degrees. All right, guys, just been a touch longer than 25 minutes. We're right at about 30 minutes. We done stirred twice. This is our ending product and what we're looking for. Careful, contents is hot. So we're just gonna lift this right out onto our board. As you can see, most of the liquid has cooked off and the sauce has become quite viscous again. But this is what you're looking for when it comes to a burnt end, folks. So straight out of this pan so nobody gets burned, I'm gonna put it right into our bowl. All right, more times than not, some people just like to dig in right here, but when you got something that's as rich as this, I like to garnish with something that's slightly acidic. What I have here is some pickled banana peppers, mild. You're welcome to use a pickled jalapeno, a pickled onion if you'd like. And I just kind of put this on there so you can kind of stab it with your toothpick or your fork, get a little bit of a bite of each. Not only am I putting the pickled peppers on there, I got a little bit of shaved onion that we did right before we left the house. Garnish just like so. You can eat it right out of the bowl just like this with a toothpick or fork, or you can get some sweet Hawaiian rolls. You can have little burnt-in sausage sliders. How about that? And there you have it, folks. Sausage burnt ends. Sausage provided by Johnsonville. Now it's time to move on into our next recipe.